Hey, welcome back. Michael Ventron, Ventron Enterprises here. Again, we're going over the trust fund scam run by Chester County, Pennsylvania. Horrible, horrible county. Absolutely disgraceful. This is the first petition I did there, okay? So before, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Now I'm actually doing a petition. I'm pro se, right? I am doing a petition, learning, trying to figure all this out. So I'm trying to get 2 new co-trustees with discharge of the current co-trustee. So at this point, I'm believing that my mother and Penn Liberty Bank are the co-trustees, okay? I'm trying to get George Jr.'s wife, Alex, as a co-trustee, so we can get a family member involved, because obviously Mary's not doing anything to help us. So again, trying to figure out what in the world is going on with the $1.2 million that my ex-wife inherited when her parents passed. Okay? So again, a recap of it. It's a trust under will of Sheila Wall Hunt for the benefit of Ashley Wetherell Hunt, and that was done in Chester County, Pennsylvania. Registered at the Register of Wills by Andrew Doan, who was George Sr. and Sheila's lawyer from Lenz, Cantor and Macy. Okay? So, the 3 children, again, you got George Jr., you got Mary, you got Ashley. Okay? There's George Sr. and Sheila. They're the ones that left the money. Here's George Jr. So the petition is trying to get his wife as a co-trustee to make sure that the lawyers aren't just stealing the money. Because what the heck is going on here, right? And then you go down, and there's Mary. She's the one that's supposed to protect her little sister and protect her little sister's money. Great job, Mary. Handed it over to people, apparently with instructions to screw us. I don't know. Okay? And again, the Register of Will docket entry, so from 1 to 21 in the sequences, Doan's doing the taxes, all the correct documents, everything is done to 2003, and then it disappears, right? So let's take a look for those who have never seen a docket before. Okay? So it's Register of Wills of Chester County. Again, we did the case participants and all that at the beginning. But just to show you here, alright, so petitions, disclaimers, inheritance tax, estate tax, inheritance tax paid in full. Everything's paid in full, right? More tax, alright? So here you are, February of 2003. Everything drops. 2019, 16 years later. Here we come, and here's my petition. All right? So again, we did the codicil last time, but basically, terms for distribution, said daughter's health, education. Health, literally, very first word, health. She's gotten $0 paid for her health. Because if you're Fox Rothschild, paying doctors, hospitals, assisted living, psychologists, that's expensive stuff. And this is Fox Rothschild money now. This is Fox Rothschild profits. We're got the money. We are not going to pay doctors and stuff like that. What a disgusting law firm. Okay? So maybe paid directly for those purposes, okay? The termination of the trust. Again, I don't even see where it was ever created. It was registered, but I don't see it created anywhere, okay? So authorize the trustees in their sole mutual decision to terminate the trust and distribute the remaining trust to my said daughter. So if the trust wasn't created, the money was given to her when she was married to me, which means that was a marital asset that was stolen from me. Stolen by these criminals, with Chester County protecting them. District Attorney's Office protecting them. Everybody covering up the fact that Coop the financial rapist and his college buddy Jimmy Q are financially raping women, mentally ill women, and helping to abuse the children. Literally. But it's okay. It's Fox Rothschild profits. Nothing to see here. Okay, and again, co-trustees are Andrew Doan and Mary Hunt. And any new co-trustees, if these two decide they're not serving, they get appointed by Mary and George Hunt Jr. Okay? Dolan doesn't appoint anyone new. They appoint someone new. I'm going to show you later on, once I get the transcript from the criminal court in Chester County, where I finally get Coop the financial rapist and his college buddy Jimmy Q on the stand, and I get them lying through their teeth on the record. So, that's forthcoming. So again, at this point, it's sequence 22 to 24 from June 2019 to October 2019. Okay, so I'm trying to get a new co-trustee in here, somebody that can see this and do something about it. Fix it. Something, right? So I submitted it. I request Lynn Ventrum be replaced by George Hunt Jr.'s wife, Alex Hunt, who you saw her picture previously, right? According to the codicil, George and Mary can't serve. Dolan won't serve again. It has to be somebody new. So this abides by all the rules, okay? Get her in there. Get her to help us, all right? So I withdraw it on October 11th. One, I'm ordered by Judge Barrett to take it out, but also I never hear back from the family. I don't hear back from Alex. I don't hear back from George Jr. I don't hear back from Mary Napier Hunt. I don't hear back from Andrew Dolan. I don't hear from anyone. The heck's going on? Right? So Bill Weavesy, that's a divorce lawyer in Montgomery County, he's begging Judge Barrett, begging him, right? His career would end. Barrett got wiped out because of this bullshit, all right? And for the court to order me to withdraw it and forbid me from petitioning Orphans Court further. Well, he couldn't forbid me from petitioning him, but he did put in the order for me to pull this, right? So I withdraw, again, because I didn't get any response from those guys, all right? So this is literally the beginning of the fraud against multiple family court judges in Montgomery County, okay? I'm ex-Navy. From my military perspective, you lost contain. Your little scam in Chester County is now ripping people off in Montgomery County. Chester County doesn't seem to be worried about it, and my worthless Limerick Police Department refuses to do anything. They won't even investigate it. What worthless piece of shit cops we have around here, okay? So again, let me just get over to this guy real quick. So here's the order. It's not a judgment or anything, it's an order, right? This is all the way in October of 2019. Stating that I'm in contempt, I should be paying the trust fund money, I owe them all this money, you know, and I need to pay this. And then he gave me this one, which this was the kicker. Attorney's fees of $2,500. Now I've been working with a Montgomery County detective, and I'm saying if I pay them money, they're just going to take more of my money and use it against me in court. And at that point, I thought the trust fund was real. So I'm like, I'm not going to give them my money to use it. They're already using the family money to come after me for that, right? He's like, well, we need proof, okay? So I do the $2,500 check. They're like, make it out to the trust fund, you know, looking like they're real nice people and everything. They're lying pieces of shit, in fact, right? And immediately, Weavesy shows up in domestic relations, being paid with the $2,500, coming after me for health care for the children. You got all this money from the Hunt family, and he wants me to pay all medical, all everything, which, you know, I'm the parent, that's okay with me, but you're paying your legal fees probably 10 times what any type of dental bill was or anything like that. Disgusting human beings. Also that they can make money and give their kids the good life, while the Hunt family gets ripped off. Their children aren't good enough. The Fox Rothschild lawyers, they're the important people. And if they want to rip you off, shh, don't argue, they'll come after you. Right? So, and again, agrees to withdraw the Orphans Court action filed in Chester County as it relates to the trust within 10 days. Again, I wasn't hearing anything from the family, so the petition wasn't going to work anyway, because obviously Alex wasn't going to do anything to help us. Probably because her piece of shit husband, George Hunt Jr., and if he's in Virginia, you see him, tell him what a piece of shit he is, okay? He made her keep her mouth shut. I guess just one more quick thing before I leave this. What's important? Here's me. Here's Ashley. Do you see anyone from the trust fund signing off on this agreement? No. No. Nobody's signing off on it. So again, IT, lessons learned. Got to do post-mortem. All right. Now what? Right. So the Hunt family goes to Orphans Court. All right. I've done six petitions. I counted them up. Not once did the family show up. Not once did the family lawyer show up. So again, they either hate Ashley to the point they literally hate their own beloved parents' grandchildren, or they're more worried about their financial liability to me and the kids. George Hunt Jr., Mary Napier Hunt, you're two of the most disgusting people that ever lived. Maybe short of Coop the financial rapist and his college buddy Jimmy Q. You guys could have stopped this at any time. So, and then Dylan's, I'm going to do emails later on. Dylan claims he's not representing anyone. Well, that's a blatant violation of the Orphan Court Rule 3.5b. Anytime a petition comes in, the previous co-trustees must be copied on it. This is important because they start cheating with this little scam by not petitioning the previous ones. Okay? So, that's 3.5b. You can look it up. All I'm doing is telling everybody the truth. Okay? All former trustees must be copied on anything regarding this trust fund. Okay? And at this point, the Venture family is unable to help, right? I mean, mom's developed what turns out to be dementia. Okay? She's unable to testify. She's unable to say that these lawyers are lying through their teeth. Right? She can't. Meanwhile, I got Big Joe screaming at me, you got your mother into this, you better get her out of this. All right, well, I'm an IT guy, but I'll give it a try. And in the end, I got my mother out. Ventron family has zero financial liability. And all this money that family court has ordered me to pay, nobody's coming after me for a dime. Coop the financial rapist got on the stand in Westchester, testified that I owed money to a trust fund, and there is zero activity right now for me to pay any money. And Ashley is penniless and homeless. As far as I can tell, she's staying in some room that's supposed to be renovated in a hotel. Because there's nowhere to go and there's no money. Okay? So the cost benefit, the petition was $50. You know, it's some elbow grease, it's some researching. If you haven't noticed, I have 2 master's degrees, one in business, one in computers, okay? I love to learn. So, $50, figure it all out. The biggest thing was there's no e-file with Orphans Court. I'm not even sure if they have e-file yet with Orphans Court. They didn't with the criminal. It's ridiculous. I live in Montgomery County. They're in Chester County. It's about an hour drive each way back and forth. So I can either mail the petition to them, which gets lost, filed, there's something wrong, they mail it back, or I drive over there and do it. The benefit? Well, I know something's wrong now. You know, the Hunt family are nowhere to be found, right? So something the hell is wrong here. What gives? What gives? Now I got to play detective because the Montgomery County detectives can't really do anything. Chester County detectives aren't going to do anything. Shit, the county's the one running the scam, for crying out loud, right? And I learned that the Hunt family and the Hunt family lawyer would never assist in any way. Okay? Again, 3 disgusting human beings, Andrew Doan, George Hunt Jr., Mary Napier Hunt, just absolutely disgusting human beings, refusing to do anything to help the children. To help the beloved parents, George Hunt Sr. and Sheila Wall Hunt's grandchildren. Disgusting human beings. So was it worth it? I haven't gotten anywhere. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And we'll start getting into the weeds, if you will. We're going to start pulling the layers of the onions as we continue. I have 7 of these all together for Orphans Court. This is number 2. So the artifacts, again, from Orphans Court, these are the docket numbers. Again, you can go to the Prothonotary. You got the number. You can look it up. That's all there. They'll charge you by the page, or you can come to my website. You can download everything for free. Okay? So I got the docket list. I got the codicil will. And from the family, I got the docket list. And this is really what kind of throws it out there. I mean, all of these sequences, right? All of them going. Right? We got to get to 2019, right? So here you are. October 22nd, 2019. Sequence 100. 100. Every time there is a sequence, do you know what happens? Fox Rothschild gets paid. They get paid like a motherfucker. Every single time, every single time, every single time, every single time. You've got a mentally ill woman, Ashley Weather-O'Hunt, having these awesome, awesome strategy sessions with these amazing, amazing Fox Rothschild lawyers. They're so smart. They're so smart. They're going to get me. They're going to prove she's better than me. She's mentally ill. She can't hold a job. She's got a trust fund for a reason. Well, should have, for her medical care. They're raping her. They're not just financially raping her. They're passing her around. Here, you take a turn, Weemsy. Here, you take a turn, Skirt. Here, you take a turn. Like she's a little financial whore or something. Just passing her around. Disgraceful. And then the bigger kicker, this comes up in domestic relations to try to get child support from me, which they did. I paid, I think, over $100,000 in child support for somebody that inherited $1.2 million. Math ain't math in there, okay? So this is from 2017 to 2017. I think it was 2018 we were in there. We finally got out of Rivercrest, and then that's when they came after me for child support. Just go away. I said I didn't want the money. I don't care about the money. Just go away, okay? What's interesting with this, though, right? Well, hold on. There's 2019. Right? 2017 is the accounting. We're in 2019. Nothing in Orphans Court has this accounting of a trust fund. But domestic relations in Montgomery County suddenly does. All they did was he had Jimmy Quinlan, Jimmy Q baby, who was working at Penn Liberty Bank, changed a little fucking pick list, run a little report. Look, see, it's all real. We're doing investment stuff. And said, no, they're day trading with the Hunt family money. I'd love to know how much money Jimmy Quinlan lost because he's a fucking idiot. Not to mention a thief. Okay? So I've got the docket list. Again, I filed for divorce in 2016. And in 2018, I officially become pro se. I've released my divorce lawyer. I know they're trying to inundate me with legal fees. They're trying to get me to give up. They're trying to financially destroy me with the money they stole from me. Pieces of shit. Okay? And again, there's 100 sequences. 100 sequences all in front of Judge Barrett. Who doesn't know what in the world's going on? Right? And again, that first intermediate accounting by Coop the financial rapist, which is just absolutely dreadful. Okay? So as a reminder, go back here. Because you can't see these people enough. Here's Jimmy Quinlan. He's the one that did the accounting, right? He's the one moving the money. He's the one protecting the money for Coop the financial rapist, his college buddy. He's a thief. Okay? Here's a piece of shit divorce lawyer getting paid like a motherfucker. 100 sequences already, right? Money, 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 Fox Rothschild profits, employee bonuses, woohoo! We taking this bitch to the cleaners, right? Disgusting. And this piece of shit's the ringleader. Coop the financial rapist. Passing her around, taking turns. Here, take a turn, Skirt. You know, you don't have to be a man to financially rape her. We can get the women raping her too. Woohoo! Right? So next steps, game on, baby. Let's go. I know something's wrong now. Definitely wrong, right? So the family court, we live in Montgomery County. The master settlement agreement, that's the MSA, right? It's part of the divorce. States payments to a trust fund in Chester County instead of alimony. No decent divorce lawyer. Billable hour, Whimsy. No decent divorce lawyer would allow their client to trade alimony. Child support and alimony is protected in domestic relations. If I don't pay, the cops come looking for me. Okay? And I've had the bench warrant by the guy that replaced Barrett. We'll get to Clifford later. Little DEI hire. Okay? He talks his client into trading alimony for this cockamamie pay the trust fund scheme that this piece of shit made him do. This piece of shit made him do it. Nobody would ever trade alimony. The dumbest thing I ever saw. As soon as they said that, where do I sign, man? Because I'll never pay a dime of that. Okay? So, I know I got to push Doan, right? The hell's going on here, pal? You know? Agreement for new co-trustees was Lynn Bentron to replace Mary Napier Hunt and Penn Liberty Bank to replace Andrew Doan. We negotiated with them. Me and my mother negotiated with them. That was the agreement, okay? And Jimmy Q, baby, who worked with my mom, introduces us to this lawyer, William Cooper III. Coop, the financial rapist, and his college buddy, Jimmy Q, baby, would eventually get their hands on $1.2 million. And then use it for whatever they wanted. Pay for their college, kids' college, private golf clubs, new addition on the shore house, whatever they wanted. Who cares? Chester County ain't holding them responsible. There's no record keeping. You got the money, do whatever you want with it. The hell with the Hunt children, the Hunt grandchildren. They don't matter, right? And then, what's next? I need to understand what the current state is before I can make any decisions. Okay? I don't know what's going on. But obviously, somehow, Coop the financial rapist is involved. And it's certainly not Penn Liberty Bank and my mother making the decisions. And I'll show you in the next one how he defrauded my mother right in front of me. Coop the financial rapist is a disgusting human being. So again, email, okay, I'll get back to you. The website, please donate. Go to the website, donate. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, these videos are going up, the artifacts are out there on my website. Everything is free to download. If you can, contribute and help. Help this little girl get a lawyer when she graduates high school next year. And hopefully, get the grandparents' money back that was stolen by Fox Rothschild. Thank you.